Hello and welcome to another episode number 15 of the morning after the Euros. And on a Sunday where okay, I can't say it. On a Sunday where Max Verstappen stamped his authority on the Formula One World Championship, the Dutch national team thought, okay, it's the world of law of averages. Let's get that back on track and let's bring this world back to normal and even it out. So one person alone makes the country proud and like he's on it, and then another entire team that had an awesome opportunity, a straight path through to the semifinals, they shoot themselves in the foot. And you were so sure about it, and for the first time ever, I loved, or even I had this thought of, I like this Dutch team. And my god, how right were you? Hit it from the top. You've earned this.
Yeah, I didn't expect this. Let's be very honest. Like I did not expect the Czech
Y-
Republic to get a two. Yeah,
Yeah, you didn't fancy the Dutch team, but of course you also thought they would like make it
yeah.
through.
I
Yeah.
didn't fancy this Dutch team. Yeah, that's for sure. I didn't think they were going to be. They were as good challengers as some people had made them out to be because they had. Like honestly, I think the big realization from this two sets of fixtures, like the four fixtures we've had till now in this round of 16 draw, is that group stage form means nothing, like absolutely nothing. And well, the Czech Republic played pretty well in their group, and like the Dutch we saw, they were irresistible in their group. Dumfries was still good in this game, like he played well yesterday also. But I mean, okay, let's talk about the big incident. Let's talk about that red card. Like, did you think it was
Dumfries
red?
Dumfries was a Ferrari to a set of 10 Corollas. That's how I would like compare. Yeah. But yeah, speaking to the red card, yeah, I was like, absolutely, that's a red card. For me, that is a
Yeah.
red card. Like when he gave yellow, I'm like, okay, just a yellow. And then I thought, when it went to VR, I'm like, okay, thank God for the option of VR because he's he's crawling the ball backwards. Like he was
Yeah,
in
he
that kind
actually
of
slapped his
position.
hand out.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was incidental. Like he actually, on purpose, his ball moved towards the hand. So that, and it's last man anyway. So you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
give that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a clear
Even
red
I
card.
thought so. Yeah. Yeah, but what was he doing? Like, I mean, that just completely killed the game for the Dutch. Like the Czech
Yeah. I
were
mean,
able
he
to control the
trying
game from there. Quite
trying
honestly.
trying
Yeah.
trying to play on the second bounce, and that's always not a good idea when you're a defender, like waiting for
Hmm.
the ball to bounce and then you try to hit it, because your first job is, as soon as you see the ball, you
Hmm.
have to be, as a defender, you have to be attacking the ball,
Hmm.
which is the basic. Like even the attackers are not supposed to attack the ball because their option is like just tap in, but for defenders, their first job is to attack the ball. And I
Hmm.
just thought that that did not happen.
Yeah, maybe letting it bounce was not a good idea. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, I think you're right. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, uh, like completely shot themselves in the foot. These guys, like, honestly, it's not even De Boer's fault that much in this one. I don't know. Like they weren't set up terribly. They were
No,
attacking quite well in the first half,
they were, yeah.
but then
Dumfries was again
they
on
just.
fire. Like, my God,
Hmm.
listen, there was this chance where he tried to nutmeg the keeper for somebody to tap in
Hmm.
on the far post. Or like, okay, this guy he's already hired his value in the transfer market, at least for this
Yeah,
season.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they were so good. They missed so many chances before the red card, and also after the red card, they were defending pretty well. And I thought, okay, maybe we still have a game on here, because like before the red card, anyways, they were missing a lot of chances. I think after the red
Hmm.
card, they kind of woke up. But yeah, I mean, credit where credit is due. These Czech Republic players, wow, they were absolutely professional. Like they knew when to hold or grab the game by its neck. They waited for the opportunity, and when it arose, when it came, yeah, they just seized it with both hands. And like all credit to
Hmm.
them. Like, I mean, yeah, we keep talking about the dark horses like Denmark, and everybody again like forgets check how well they've done in their group. Did they lose a
Hmm.
game? I don't think they lost a game. No,
Didn't they
because they
lose to
drew.
Croatia?
Yeah, 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 they did. But no, I don't think so. No.
Or was that a draw? Oh no,
Yeah,
yeah, it was a draw, I think.
yeah,
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 because
yeah.
Croatia needed the win in the last one.
Yeah.
And no, they lost to England though. They lost 1-0 to England, like the last game, the meaningless one.
Did they? Ah, yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And did you what apart from this impressed you from this game, like, and what can Czech Republic take away from this game apart from like that spirit that they have already built now? They
Yeah,
want to
I
play.
think those are the things. Like, yeah, just playing as a team makes a huge difference in these kinds of tournaments and these kinds of formats. Like, you just have to play together, and yeah, this Czech team is doing that. Like, they are. There is a spirit of togetherness.
Yeah.
Like we talked about with Wales and Denmark, they are the
Mm.
underdogs, and yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not. They'll most likely play the winner of England Germany,
Now they're playing
and
already, and now this is a good matchup.
oh
They're
no,
playing
they're already playing that one, right?
Denmark. They're playing Denmark.
Denmark, Wales. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, Denmark they're playing. Okay, okay, okay. Then it's yeah, I get confused for some reason. I don't know.
Mm.
Shouldn't we? It's
Yeah.
not that confusing, but I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a Denmark is should
Again,
be
that's
quite
a good
happy
one.
with their path to the semi-final
Oh
now,
yeah.
shouldn't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they don't even have to face the Netherlands. Like
Oh,
they could have beaten the Netherlands in my
yeah.
opinion, but yeah,
It
like
would have. It. Yeah. Yeah. It would have been like neck to
yeah,
neck.
now I'm not going to suddenly start pretending that Czech Republic are going to give Denmark a lot of problems because the Dutch shot themselves in the foot. There is no
Mm.
denying that.
Yeah. No. In the other game, uh, as Renato
Yeah.
Sanchez was still so good, but yeah, here we go again. And as Belgium's injuries woes continue with De Bruyne and Hazard, the bigger brother, yeah, they still
Yeah.
found a way, and they still found a way to
Well,
like
yeah,
keep.
the younger one scored, so yeah,
Yeah.
Hazards did something right for this Belgium team.
Mm.
Well, Eden
And
Hazard was good till he got injured, was didn't he?
yeah, yeah. But I really thought that they would test the Belgium defense more, but wow, so much to be desired. And then
But they did fight back in the last 20-25 minutes. I think they were much better. Like they were consistently. Like Ronaldo went deep and it actually started clicking because Ronaldo started like he was quite similar to Manchester United. Ronaldo like he
yeah,
was dribbling in from the back and he was actually making an impact from there, like a
mm,
couple of times at least. But yeah, it didn't get Portugal anything.
yeah. I mean, they obviously had a lot of output, like in terms of
Hmm.
numbers, higher numbers than Belgium. But like in the end, if you like have shots on target or shots off target, and if it's not at the back of the net, then it counts for nothing.
Yeah, it means nothing. Yeah, you're right.
That's
Yeah,
how football is. Like even
yeah.
they had like 4 shots on target, couldn't convert any one of them,
Hmm.
and Belgium just had one, and then that's
Yeah,
all they
beating
needed.
Courtois is a task in and of itself. Not like he's not like any other keeper. Like
Yeah,
Donnarumma and Courtois are almost impossible to beat. You have to
I
really set yourself up to score against those guys. Like no shots from outside the box and all. Hard to hard
yeah,
to beat Courtois with something like that.
I thought he was excellent. Like the
Yeah,
saves he made, wow, wow, like
yeah.
he had everything
Like from the
perfect.
Ronaldo free kick. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Then there was one that just came on him, like from the Bruno
Hmm.
Fernandes corner kick. Then Ruben
Yeah.
Diaz
Yeah.
connected,
Dude.
and
Yeah.
that was some reflex. I was like, okay,
Hmm.
yeah. So yeah, I mean Portugal threw everything at them, but I think at the end it was just like
Yeah,
Courtois
no, it
playing.
was Belgium. Belgium held on and they deservedly did. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah, they didn't get beaten somehow. Like this Belgian defense somehow kept held on, and I don't know. Like I expected them to be stretched a lot more than this. I did not
yeah,
expect this to be a one goal win for Belgium.
yeah, yeah.
Like the other way, I could have expected as a score line, but
Mhm.
this one was a surprise to say the
Yeah,
least.
yeah, yeah. Well, now Belgium entertain Italy. Let's see who's going to give in. But
Yeah.
let's preview today's game. Spain is playing Croatia.
Hmm.
Switzerland is entertaining. Or I don't know. nobody's entertaining anybody because nobody's playing at their home grounds apart from
Yeah,
England.
it's
And France is playing Switzerland, so but they have the home dressing room. So Croatia have
Hmm.
the home dressing room and France have the home dressing room. Go for it. Like we've already previewed this like 2 days back, 3 days back.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's and our
yeah, France
predictions.
still look. France should be still quite happy with what
They
might go
should be the
down in the
happiest
sense.
from this round of 16 the most with what they got.
Yeah, the team that could have scared them the most on their side of the bracket is
Yeah.
gone. The
Mhm.
other side of the bracket, I don't think they have to give a fuck about, because if they reach the final, then they will automatically be favorites.
Yeah.
They have to handle this side of the bracket, because this side of the bracket is where the tougher teams lie.
Mhm.
And yeah, basically, they wouldn't mind facing either Croatia or Spain. Like,
Yeah.
if I was France, I would be like, yeah, that's a good fixture for me. Like,
Mm.
at least I'm not on the Italy and Belgium side of the bracket. Like, I get to face them in a semi-final rather than facing them in a quarter.
Yeah. But
And
they still need to get past a decent Switzerland side. They're still
yeah, they have to, like, yeah, after yesterday, after the Czech Republic dumping Netherlands out, you will not count out the possibility.
and
And
they really need to turn
hmm,
up. Like they scored 3 goals. No? 4 goals.
yeah,
They scored 4 goals in 3 games. Like what is happening here? And we already spoke about
hmm,
like they're spoiled for talent in those positions, and then they only score 4 games. Even like you
hmm,
say, he's a pragmatic coach. Come on, I at least expect one like a 1-3-0 if the other twos are like five goals in 3 games is good, but like 4 goals in 3 games in which two of them are draws. Mm, yeah, come on.
maybe, but honestly, like, the Dutch were in excellent form. Italy came into this their fixture in excellent form.
Yeah,
Meant absolutely nothing. So
yeah. Maybe they're
so I
building up.
I don't. Hmm?
Yeah, they're building up to it. They're building up to
Yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
they are, and like last time Portugal did the same thing, right? They were terrible in the group stages, but they just got through, and they ramped up their form from there. This same you could expect the same from this France team, because this France team is excellent, and yeah, they're still like they're still on top. Like they still control. They still are the team to beat here, and they
Yeah.
still will be. And the Switzerland team, yeah, I'm not buying their front line at all. Their
Yeah.
defense might still hold out for a bit, but yeah, I think
Hmm.
France will get. It won't be a big margin of victory. I think
Yeah.
1-0 max, 2-0
Yeah.
or 2-1 or something like that. Like,
Hmm.
France will eke out a result here, and
Yeah, because
yeah,
when I look at the World Cup results, they were playing Australia, Peru, and Denmark, and they scored only 3 goals in 3 games. They won versus Australia 2-1. They won 1-0 versus Peru. They drew 0-0 versus Denmark, and then they went for the kill. Argentina
hmm, hmm.
three
Even
and
Argentina wasn't like a great win or anything. Like, that was a closer game than it looked.
yeah, a 4-3
Yeah.
that one. So like they rolled up,
Hmm,
like they brought the goals or they brought their shooting boots with
hmm,
them that day, and they really
hmm.
needed it. And yeah, then again they knew to grind out 2-0 Uruguay, 1-0 Belgium, and then again in the finals 4-2. So if they want to tune it up, they can. And I'm thinking like today they are gonna tune tune it up a little
Yeah,
bit by
maybe. No, you're right in the sense that the forward line hasn't gelled as much as it should. Like,
Mm,
except for Pogba, none of the attacking players have actually
yeah,
been
true.
great at attacking. Like, even Mbappe is getting caught offside all the time.
He's not having a
Benzema
chance.
hasn't. Benzema has scored, but Benzema is not the usual Benzema that we've seen, especially last year in Madrid.
Yeah.
And Griezmann has barely done anything as of in the forward line. Like, these guys have done a lot more defensively, like in the press, rather than
Yeah. Yeah.
actually doing work for in attack.
Mm,
And that's where they need to turn up their efforts a little bit. And yeah, you're right in that sense that they should they need to tune in. They need to get in a performance, just so that they know that their attacking patterns and their attacking philosophy, the way they want to approach their attack, still works.
yeah. Yeah.
Because yeah, you can't expect it to be tested out against, like, you can't be like, oh, we'll go to Spain and we'll get a big result there, because
Mm,
that's not a very high possibility, because Spain will try and hold on to the ball as much. Like I'm assuming Spain go through, or even Croatia. Like Croatia would be a much easier fixture for France, to be honest.
Yeah, because Spain has created the most chances in terms of open play in the group stages.
Yeah.
Of course, we've spoken about this. Don't have the
Yeah,
strikers.
no, just the fact that they hold the ball a lot. Like if France don't have much of the ball, they won't be able to create as much. Simple as, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like you have to be more incisive when you're playing a team like Spain. Like France can do it, but like Croatia is a much more open defense to break down.
yeah.
So
True. Yeah.
yeah,
And then of course the other game which we are already like previewing it simultaneously.
yeah.
It's one of those like big fixtures back in the day, but also now nobody really gives a lot of
It is a bit
attention.
unspectacular for now. Yeah.
Yeah, for now it's spectacular. Perfect word. Yeah. Who are you expecting to make it through? Like we are get
I want Croatia to get through, but like, yeah, if I had to pick one team who Spain are the better side.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Croatia did well against Scotland, but
Yeah.
they're still very old. Luka Modric, I think he had one game in his tank. Like
Yeah, he delivered.
it's not like and anybody who thinks this is some kind of insult to Luka Modric, it's not, because when you're carrying a team, you can't put in 10 on 10 performances every week. Like look at David Alaba. Like David Alaba is much younger and he had an even harder time than Modric actually keeping his team in games.
Yeah.
And so I think Luka Modric's performance against Scotland might have just emptied the tank a little bit, and playing against Spain, not having much of the ball, that incisiveness is not something that Croatia is known for.
Yeah.
Like they are not they're not a quick counter-attacking team or anything like that. That's not where they earn their plaudits. So I have question marks in terms of how well they can handle the Spanish team.
Maybe they just get some. I think they will win it on a free kick if they win it. I mean, on a set piece. On a set piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spain scored a lot last game. Of course, I hope they didn't score all their goals in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they should have. I mean, yeah, they should play a false nine. Like both these strikers are not there. They're not up to the level. Just play Pedri.
Yeah, did Gerard Moreno start with no Morata in any of the games? Like, was there a game in which there was no Morata in the starting lineup?
Yeah, one of the games.
Which one?
I think the last game, both of them started, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was in the second game also, because when Moreno missed that penalty, Morata was on the follow-up. So
yes, yeah.
I don't think Moreno has gotten a start as the number 9, like because he's been playing on the right wing and some stuff like that. Like Luis Enrique's match day selections have been a bit weird, like to be very honest.
Yeah,
and
he's not playing.
And even the 5-0 was a Pablo. Like did you expect Pablo Sarabia to be the one to dictate play and be the incisive guy to beat up? Like similarly to how Gosens was the hero for Germany against Portugal. Like Sarabia was the one who was the central to most of the attacks. And that's a hard one to buy, like in the sense that, like, yeah, is this the guy who's going to carry your team to the semi-finals of the championship? You need someone to do. You need some of these guys to pick up the slack attacking wise.
Yeah. Well, at some point in time, they'll have to face France, or somebody has to face France. Yeah. On that note, conclusions, ending notes, goodbye notes. Anything to add for today's game apart from this? Any fun fact that?
Yeah, the Netherlands have completely screwed this up, and you idiots! Like, I mean, what have you done? Like, what has Matthias de Ligt done? Like, I mean, you were right there. Like, you got the easy side of the draw. You were all set to, like, you just had to face an England or a German team which had flaws to get into a final. And what's the point of doing well in the group stage when you get thrown out at the first opportunity? I mean, oh my God.
Not cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, Max Verstappen is making them proud. And on that note,
yeah.
Yeah. Stay awesome, guys. We are going to see you tomorrow on the morning after the Euros.
Yeah. See ya.